tiny hairless panda bears to cute little hippos, here are 10 of the most adorable newborn animals in the world. Number 10. Turtle. Baby turtles are some of the cutest newborn animals in the world. Just watching a baby turtle struggle out of its shell and into the sand is an emotional roller coaster. Everything from the baby's first awkward steps to its dangerous flights from its nest into the sea is exhilarating. Baby turtles have to go through a gauntlet of dangers just to make it to the water alive. Birds, crabs, raccoons, and even fish are all out to get the newborn turtle from the second it crawls out of the egg. It's a very dangerous first few hours for the tiny turtle, and it doesn't get much easier. Talk about a baptism by fire. When it comes to sea turtles, only an estimated 1 in 1,000 hatchlings ever survives to adulthood. That's a vanishingly low chance, and sadly, almost every baby turtle you see in the wild won't make it to adulthood. This is in part due to predators and in part due to human encroachment on turtle territory, with sea turtles needing to cross highways in some cases just to find the ocean. What do these adorable shelled reptiles eat, I wonder? The turtle hatchlings will eat mollusks, seaweed, jellyfish, and even fish eggs. In order for a sea turtle to find its way from the nest to the ocean, hatchlings instinctively use the natural light of the horizon, which is always over the ocean. This allows them to seek the waves safely. However, other lights like from cars, campfires, and buildings can confuse newborn turtles and cause them to stray into danger. They really weren't trained to live with humans in their presence. Millions of years of natural selection were upended in just a few thousand by the changes we brought to the world. What do you think? Should humans put more effort towards protecting baby sea turtles? Even without any human intervention, most turtles end up being food for larger animals. Should we create large protected habitats for them to be safer? Let me know what you think in the comments section below. If you haven't already, subscribe to Epic Wildlife to catch more awesome videos about animals. You won't want to miss a single one. Number 9. Panda. Panda cubs are some of the most needy and vulnerable newborns on the planet next to human babies. Panda cubs are born without fur and are completely blind. And just like humans, the limbs of a newborn panda are so frail and weak that they can't even stand on their own 2 legs. And again, much like humans, baby pandas rely on their mothers for months after birth, needing the mother's warmth, delicious milk, and protection. However, baby pandas can and do get accidentally crushed by their giant mothers. How sad is that? What many people don't know is that in the wild, just about half of all pandas give birth to twins. But here is where things get a little crazy. Panda mothers will only raise 1 cub at a time. So even if she gives birth to twins, she will only take care of one of the babies, abandoning the other to its inevitable fate. How sad is that? The mother just chooses one of her babies to nurture. In fact, looking at them from an evolutionary point of view, it is a little strange that any pandas survive at all. Baby pandas are super fragile, they get sick very easily, and they have a very poor survival rate. Luckily, in breeding centres, about 90% of all panda bears will survive into adulthood. It takes the baby panda about 2 years until it has grown large enough that it can leave its mother and fend for itself. Under human protection and care, more pandas are living well, even if they are living mostly in zoos and nature reserves. Number 8. Giraffe. There is nothing quite as awkwardly adorable as a newborn giraffe. These are definitely the cutest things you will see on any African safari and will probably be the highlight of your trip, even over lions and elephants. These awkward, long-necked horses are incredibly cute immediately after birth. Giraffe mothers give birth standing up. The baby giraffe will drop headfirst onto the ground from a height of just about 6 feet or 2 meters, which would be enough to do some serious damage to a baby human. Because of the baby's long drop to earth, the umbilical cord is severed naturally. This helps the baby giraffe get up and start living its life. Baby giraffes can stand up and start walking within 30 minutes after they've been born. That's a lot faster than humans, which can generally take a full year or more before they can really start walking. These are the most remarkable newborn babies in the world. Giraffe babies also have one of the longest gestation periods in the animal world. From conception to birth, human beings take 9 months, while giraffes take 15 months. That's almost double the time most animals are pregnant. Rhinos share a similar gestation period of between 15 and 16 months, while elephants hold the record with 22 months of pregnancy. That's a long time to be pregnant. But of course, the bigger the animal, the longer it takes to develop, most of the time. Number 7. Koala. Koala bear babies are the best. From the moment of conception, it only takes 35 days before a baby koala is born. Newborn koalas are actually known as joeys. They are extremely small, only about 1 inch or 2 centimeters long, and weigh less than 1 gram. In fact, a baby koala bear looks like nothing more than a pink jelly bean. It is totally hairless, completely blind, and it doesn't even have any ears. However, the baby koala does have a very good sense of smell and touch, as well as strong forelimbs and claws. Koalas are marsupials, like kangaroos and wallabies. Marsupials are a weird type of animal. They give birth to babies that are barely even alive, but then the tiny infants ride around in a pouch for several months, almost like a second pregnancy, while they develop. For the first 6 to 7 months of a joey's life, it remains entirely in its mother's pouch, suckling milk like a little baby. During this time, the baby koala bear gradually develops eyes, ears, and fur. It grows from the small pink jelly bean into a little bear baby. Then, after about 22 to 30 weeks, the koala bear can be seen riding around on its mother's back, no longer hiding in the safety of its pouch. Number 6. Deer. It's hard to find anything more adorable than a newborn baby deer. Newborn deer are docile, cute, and speckled with little white dots. However, anyone who lives in an area populated by lots of deer should keep a few things in mind before ever approaching a baby fawn that they might find lying in the grass in the wilderness. This is a very common occurrence, where people stumble upon a newborn deer lying in the grass apparently helpless and stranded. Many people believe the best thing to do when they find a newborn deer is to take it away and try to save it. However, you are actually dooming the deer for life. According to professional wildlife rehabilitators, mother deer usually leave their babies for around 12 hours a day to go and forage for food. This is because baby fawns are too weak to keep up with their mothers, and so they just kind of lounge in a chunk of grass until she comes back. However, people sometimes come along and scoop the deer up to take it home. By doing this, people actually put the newborn baby in grave danger. Its mother will be gone and it won't survive without her. This is a huge problem that wildlife rescuers are trying to teach people not to do. If you see a baby deer in the grass, just leave it alone and don't touch it. Its mother will probably be back very soon. Number 5. Chameleon. Baby chameleons are absolutely out of this world. These newborn reptiles are incredibly fragile, super clumsy, and more than comical. Looking at their googly eyes and tiny bodies, it really makes you appreciate how precarious life really is. As soon as a baby chameleon is hatched from its egg, it begins walking. This is because predators are everywhere in the wild and their instincts immediately tell them to get moving. What's really interesting about little baby chameleons is that their mother won't care for them. Their mother lays eggs in the dirt, covers them up with some more dirt, then walks away and never looks back. This protects them from predators while she moves on to live the rest of her life. That may sound a little sad, but they know everything they need to know to survive from instinct, so it's not that bad. Baby chameleons are forced to crawl their way to the surface after hatching. When it comes to baby chameleons born in captivity, it's very important that they are not left in a cage with adult chameleons, as these reptiles are savage cannibals and will eat the young. In the wild, chameleon newborns crack out of their eggs and begin scurrying upwards. They need the protection afforded to them by trees and bushes, and after a few days they begin to hunt small prey like fruit flies and pinhead crickets. Number 4. Crocodile. For such terrifying monsters, crocodile mothers are actually very good parents. They are gentle even though they are fearsome, and they really do provide quality assistance for their little newborn crocodile babies. When you look at a baby crocodile, there is absolutely nothing dangerous that comes to mind. Baby crocodiles don't look anything like the terrifying beasts that their parents are. For starters, newborn crocs are tiny, no more than about 7 to 10 inches long, or 15 to 25 centimeters. They are typically born in huge clutches of eggs, having anywhere between 10 and 60 siblings. The most adorable thing about baby crocodiles is when they're transported inside their mother's mouth. When the crocodile babies are ready to hatch, they begin to chirp. The mother crocodile picks up on it, swims over, digs up the nest, and then carries her little newborn crocs in her mouth to the water where she can look over them. And don't worry, the baby crocodiles are perfectly safe inside their mother's mouth. Her instincts prevent her from closing her jaws and accidentally having her own babies for breakfast. Wild, right? The animal kingdom is just full of weird facts like that because life on Earth is just so diverse. Number 3. Hippo. Looking at a newborn hippopotamus, the first thing that comes to mind is a child's bath toy. Baby hippopotamuses don't even look real. They are pudgy, have short and stubby legs, they have an almost coy smile, and their little tiny ears are absolutely adorable. They are basically small and squished versions of their parents. But boy are they fat. A baby hippopotamus will weigh between 50 and 100 pounds as a newborn. That's between 20 to 40 kilograms. They need to nurse from their mothers for about 8 months. But don't worry, soon enough the pudgy baby hippo will grow into a 3,000 pound or 1,400 kilogram monster, ready to trample humans and bully crocodiles. Even though the baby hippo will spend a lot of its time underwater, it can't actually swim. A lot of people don't know that even adult hippopotamuses have a hard time swimming. They actually float or walk along shallow areas where they don't have to try to swim. This is why it's so funny to watch baby hippos flounder about in the water when they are newly born. And while mother hippopotamuses will protect their babies, grown males will try to eat them. Male hippos don't typically attack when on land, but they will often go after the baby hippos underwater and try to eliminate them. The animal kingdom is definitely a ruthless and violent place. Why do you think so many of these animals eat members of their own species? It just seems weird, but nature has a way of ordering these things. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Number 2. Hedgehog. Sidestepping away from fat newborn hippos, here are some wildly adorable baby hedgehogs. These are some of the strangest looking newborns you can find. They look like tiny red tadpoles when they're born, and even after about 10 hours they still just look like slimy pink grubs. However, after about a day, you really start to see their white, pointy Sonic the Hedgehog spikes sticking out of their backs. And by day 7, they start to look like miniature albino hedgehogs with no eyes and pink faces. Hedgehog babies are basically blobs. They don't do anything, and they look like shrunken tongues. They mostly sit around and peep, hiding in their nest and waiting for their face to stop being so wrinkly. The baby hedgehogs will grow and grow until their quills finally begin to harden and they start to get darker and less tongue-like. These are definitely some of the most interesting newborns to watch grow up in your cage at home. Number 1. Dolphin. Baby dolphins don't even look real. They look like grey salamanders without any arms or legs. Still, they are fascinating animals. Unlike most wild creatures, dolphins only give birth to a single baby. They even do it at roughly the same frequency as humans, giving birth to one baby every 3 years or so depending on the individual dolphin. Another unusual trait dolphins share with humans is that the babies also have belly buttons. Not many animals have these, but dolphins and humans share them. When the newborn dolphin is born, the umbilical cord breaks away and the dolphin is left with a belly button. Dolphin newborns are one of the few animals who drink their mother's milk for up to 3 years. The milk from a mother dolphin is even richer than human milk or cow milk. This is what helps dolphin babies grow quickly. They begin hunting at about 4 months old but continue drinking mother's milk for 3 years. Dolphin babies even stay with their mothers until around 10 years old, which is quite a bit longer than most animals. Dolphins are smart. They know that mum knows best. Which newborn animal is the cutest? Which one would you like to take home with you? Tell me in the comments below, and thank you for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. See you again soon!